Former US President Barack Obama once said, "We know that the nation that goes all in on innovation today will own the global economy tomorrow." Chinese President Xi Jinping also pointed out that, in the fierce global competition, only the innovators will advance, become strong, and win. In the era of science and technology innovation, whether it's an economic superpower or a small economy, only those that have succeeded in developing science and technology innovation could command a leading advantage in the international community. For example, Israel has relied on developing defense and agricultural technologies to become a major power in the Middle East. Besides, both Switzerland and Sweden are able to maintain their forefront positions in international innovation rankings due to their extraordinary achievements in biotechnology. In recent years, Singapore and Ireland have also invested heavily in science and technology innovation, making huge strides in advanced manufacturing and pharmaceutical industries respectively. As a core engine for future economic development, Hong Kong must follow the trend to robustly develop science and technology innovation to reinforce its leading global status. In order to catch up, many sectors in Hong Kong have recently launched a concerted effort, yet there is still room for improvement. Hong Kong should leverage its strength in basic research to unlock the city's potential in science and technology innovation, with the aim of becoming an international R&D powerhouse. To become an international R&D powerhouse, Hong Kong must solve the forefront and important scientific challenges. As scientific challenges become more complex, fostering interdisciplinary and cross-institutional collaboration has been a global trend. The Human Genome Project and the International Space Station have respectively decoded the entire sequence of human DNA and supported outer space experiments under microgravity. It is only through collaboration at an unprecedented scale that both projects were able to create such deep and long-lasting impact. In addition to solving grand scientific challenges, scientific collaboration is equally important to everyday life. Nowadays, most people would use fingerprints to unlock their smartphones and locks, pass through immigration checkpoints, as well as make payments. Behind the scenes, developing fingerprint scanners requires a group of electronic engineers and material scientists working across companies and universities to succeed. Therefore, Hong Kong needs to strengthen the collaboration among the four major participants in the R&D ecosystem, namely the government, universities, R&D centres and industries. However, to foster a collaborative environment, two preconditions must be satisfied. Firstly, Hong Kong needs a more efficient and strategic funding system. Secondly, we need to build a sustainable talent pipeline. Currently, R&D expenditure only accounts for 0.8% of Hong Kong's GDP, which is far below OECD's average of 2.4%. Moreover, Hong Kong's R&D-related funding sources are too fragmented and lack coordination. Since there are primarily 5 separate government agencies that provide R&D funding, and each allocates the funds according to their own visions and targets, Hong Kong lacks comprehensive macro R&D planning. Besides, this also leads to a lack of coordination among funding schemes and resources overlapping. In terms of talent, Hong Kong is also relatively lacking in talent. Statistics show that Hong Kong only has 3,400 researchers per million population, which is far below many other economies and only half that of Singapore. To resolve these problems and release Hong Kong's potential in science and technology innovation, we have made a series of policy recommendations in the areas of funding, talent, and collaboration. The government has increased R&D expenditure in recent years and plans to spend 20 billion Hong Kong dollars in 2022. However, as a small economy with limited resources, Hong Kong should set out a longer-term strategy and focus its resources on areas of strength. To formulate an overall R&D strategy and coordinate research funding, Singapore and the United Kingdom have established a high-level National Research Foundation and UK Research and Innovation, respectively. We suggest that the Steering Committee for Innovation and Technology, which was set up by the government in 2017 and led by the Chief Executive, should consider establishing an overarching research and development foundation. A apart from helping to formulate strategies and coordinate funding, it will also improve the consistency and transparency of the funding distribution process, encourage local and international collaboration, and strengthen the expert network during the peer review process. In addition, we believe the R&D funding mechanism should be improved to increase its operational efficiency. For example, we suggest improving the funding efficiency for the 5 R&D centres established by the government in order to increase their flexibility and autonomy. Meanwhile, to resolve Hong Kong's talent shortage problem, a two-pronged approach should be taken to expand the local talent pool while also attracting top overseas talent. In terms of nurturing local talent, although most researchers in Hong Kong are concentrated in the higher education sector, the number of research personnel remains low in comparison with other places. For example, a professor in Hong Kong leads 2.4 research postgraduate students on average, whereas in the United Kingdom, a professor would lead 4.1 research postgraduate students on average. In light of this, we recommend the government to gradually increase 7,900 research postgraduate students, which would improve the ratio between professors and research postgraduate students to 1:4. The increase in research postgraduate students not only will allow professors to take part in more research projects by expanding the research teams, but also enlarge the local talent pool, which will attract well-known overseas technology firms to Hong Kong. Beyond training local talent in the face of fierce global talent competition, many countries have reached out to leading scientists, and Hong Kong must not be left behind. To that end, the government has launched the Technology Talent Admission Scheme in 2018. The requirements of the scheme were even relaxed following this year's policy address. Nevertheless, the scheme still has room for improvements. Other than talents directly involved in R&D, we recommend that talents in technology-related areas, such as intellectual property management and technology management, should also be included in the scheme for Hong Kong to fully release its R&D potential. With an efficient funding mechanism and a sustainable talent pipeline, scientific collaboration will be able to flourish, which would help elevate Hong Kong into a top international innovation powerhouse. However, Hong Kong currently lacks the culture and infrastructure for scientific collaboration. This leads to insufficient collaborative projects, both in quantity and funding amount. To promote a collaborative culture, we recommend improving the key performance indicators in the evaluation criteria at both the individual and institutional levels. At the individual level, other than the principal investigator, co-investigators and co-authors' contributions to joint research outputs should also be fairly evaluated. At the institutional level, interdisciplinary and cross-institutional research projects, collaboration between universities and R&D centres, and collaboration between universities and industries should have adequate weightings in the newly added research impact and research environment elements of the research assessment exercise. With regards to improving infrastructure, the government has earlier announced setting up 2 5-year world-class research clusters at the Hong Kong Science Park, namely Health at Inno Hong Kong and Air at Inno Hong Kong. This pioneering move will provide unprecedented resources for researchers. However, faced with greater scientific opportunities and challenges, Hong Kong must take further steps to significantly enhance its R&D capabilities and promote long-term R&D development. As such, we believe that there is a need to establish mega research institutes. In fact, mega research institutes are already a global trend for research collaboration. For example, Harvard University and MIT have jointly set up the Broad Institute. British universities have also teamed up to establish the Francis Crick Institute and the Alan Turing Institute. In mainland China, the central government has also taken the lead to set up the Guangzhou Regenerative Medicine and Health Guangdong Laboratory. These institutes provide an international platform for collaboration in world-class basic research. While Hong Kong has always been known for its high-quality research talent, there remains a gap compared to the world's best. The number of highly cited researchers in renowned universities in the United States and the United Kingdom is several times that of Hong Kong. We believe the establishment of mega research institutes will be able to resolve this problem. Such institutes will help Hong Kong attract high-quality overseas talent More importantly, it will provide a more promising career path for outstanding local researchers and convince them to stay in Hong Kong, which would strengthen the city's overall pool of R&D talents and enhance its scientific research capabilities. Furthermore, the tripartite collaboration between universities, R&D centres and industries is very important. With reference to the model of Europe's premier R&D centre, Fraunhofer, R&D centres can fill in the innovation gap between universities and industries. Therefore, we recommend Hong Kong's R&D centres to follow Fraunhofer and strengthen the corporate business development and marketing department to better link up potential industry and academic partners and leverage the opportunities in the Greater Bay Area. We believe our multi-pronged recommendations will help foster a comprehensive and energetic R&D ecosystem in Hong Kong. As technology advances rapidly, Hong Kong's science and technology innovation policies must move with the times to unleash our R&D potential and develop Hong Kong into an international R&D powerhouse.